Somewhere in your late 20s, you start to realize that your head was buried deep in sand, and out of that desperate need to breathe, you lift up, shake some sand, realize the thick skin you've grown, only to understand years flew by. Your 20s fly before you know it, and you're sucking on that last bit of juice. As you sit, you realize and desperately wish someone would have told you things, told you that in 10 years, your life will be very different for the good, better, or worse. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. So let me be your Morty from the future, and let me tell you a thing or two about how life goes. So here are 15 things I wish someone told me as I was growing up, straight from the heart. And just in case you're wondering who I am and do I have big money or fame to my name, $1 million perhaps? No, not by a million miles, but that's exactly what gives me credibility to speak to you today. Learn from my mistakes, so I'm just your Morty from the future. Let's go. Speaking of Back to the Future and Morty, the first lesson is about time. Time is your biggest ally, and that's the single most important commodity at your disposal today. I wasted most of my teenage years doing absolutely nothing. I have very little to no memory of my early teenage years and arguably nothing major to show for. This is not to say that I didn't turn things around, but actually quite the contrary. If I had known better, maybe things would have taken a better turn. Maybe I would have turned things around a little faster. And who's to say? Time. First, try and understand the value of this commodity at your disposal. Be aware and cognizant of this. When you're 10 years older, you don't want to feel the way I do, regretting and upset that I didn't capitalize on things when I had the chance to. You see, when you become older, there's also this biological aspect to aging. You aren't as energetic, you don't seem as interested to do many things, etc., etc. So be sure to value your time. Every minute, every day of your life is precious. The single takeaway I want you to have from this is respect your time. It's way too precious. Once gone, it's never back. The next lesson is on strength and training. Make sure to keep your physical health in check. By check, I mean get off that couch and get your butt moving. You need to get physically stronger, so go lift weights. It could be simple body weight for all I care. It doesn't matter. Or better, get yourself into some sort of martial arts. Trust me, you'll be humbled very quickly. And I'm saying this in a good way, right? Just in case you're wondering. And if you can take a friend along with you, perfect. It's better that way. You get that company and you get a workout in the process. Investing in strength and weight training of any kind will help you obviously get stronger, but there's that added benefit of looking and feeling better. The looking better part will make you feel empowered, confident, and for those of you trying to rizz up a partner or whatever, that's added motivation right there. I mean, I'm not saying to do it for someone else, but if that's a byproduct, it's not such a bad thing now, is it? So, that's the physical aspect to being in shape. And then bringing me to the mental well-being part. Being physically fit has tremendous effects on the mental well-being as well. All emotions, in my opinion, should be handled at a training session. If you're feeling hurt and upset, at least get a toned body while you feel what you feel, right? And trust me when I say this, you will feel better. You will feel better. Now, try to stay consistent with this physical regime. It will pay off by the time you've hit my age. I hate to bore you with research from Huberman, or you could go do that yourself and take a cold plunge, that leap of faith, and believe me when I tell you, keep yourself in good shape and you'll feel good about it. Trust me, I mean it. Number 3, bringing us to the lesson on confidence. Let's keep this crisp and to the point. You gain confidence from evidence. It's like the chicken and egg paradox, although they're now saying that the chicken came in first. Unintentionally, kind of perfect to the point I was going to make. What comes first, action or confidence? Don't bother thinking, it was quite rhetorical. The answer is action. Here's what you're going to do. Ask that girl out, or ask that guy out, or go talk to that stranger, or start that side hustle you've been thinking about. Do things that scare you. It's important. Stack up evidence from action. What do I mean? You will grow into a confident adult, and that's exactly what you want. You don't want to be overthinking and losing out on all the chances that you've had. So just do it. All the workout you did might just help you along the way. Number 4, hobby, commitment, and being a man of your word. In the real world, you're preceded by your reputation. If you haven't heard this before, then here you go. You need to guard your reputation with pretty much your life. I mean, literally, figuratively, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, be a man of your word, not just extrinsically, but also from within. Learning to commit and following through is highly regarded in the real world. You need to be trusted, and how else to earn someone's trust, right? The way you can do that is to commit and deliver. So what does all this mean? Why am I bringing this up? Point being is, only make promises you can fulfill and don't overcommit and underdeliver. That's literally a single mantra on this topic. These are things that no one really talked to me about. But I guess if you're lucky, good work ethics and moral compass is picked up along the way. But more than likely, I actually just wish someone would have told me this much sooner in life. I also emphasize on the need to take up commitments that you respect. Something that holds your feet to the fire. The more you expect that of yourself, the more you're able to appreciate yourself and accrue that respect from yourself and those around you. Being a young adult, one of the ways to show your commitment is by taking up an hobby. Anything that you enjoy, a sport perhaps, an instrument maybe, I don't know, whatever floats your boat. But go learn and stick to perfecting that art. Polish the sword till you have a hobby that makes you feel better than the average Joe. It's definitely an ego boost, for sure. Not to mention, you meet people who share similar interests along that way. And I guess that's fun. That's the fun part, actually. But nevertheless, coming back. So do yourself a favor and commit to things and see them through. You'll have so much appreciation for yourself in 10 years down the line. And not just maybe 10 years, in 5 years down the line. Heck, go learn something new, do the hard things, get yourself more confidence from action. Number 5, travel and explore. If you can afford yourself a trip, do it. Jesus, do it. I'm not sure if this is possible for everyone, but somehow if you've managed to save up some money, go out to a foreign land, heck, even another city or a state for all I care, where the culture is slightly different than from where you live. The more you travel, the more you learn about yourself. I was fortunate enough to have visited many countries growing up. I wish I did that more, but trust me, it brims my soul and puts a damn smile on my face. Backpacking Europe or Southeast Asia is not oversold, trust me. If you can do it, go for it. YOLO, right? So, I'm not going to say more on this. I want you to go experience this for yourself and you'll thank yourself and hopefully me in a few years. Every trip, every step away from home builds you and your memories. Enjoy your precious time. And let me tell you, I still work a 9 to 5, which means every trip I take is on borrowed time. There's no aspect of being unhinged. So go away, ride that magic school bus, if you know what I mean, and enjoy your life. Number 6, relationships. What a beautiful thing to talk about. I cannot stress enough. Trust me, I actually cannot stress enough. Respect, love, and appreciate those around you. I guarantee that you'll lose a vast majority of them as you grow. You'll see this decline grow exponentially to the point where you've left with a handful. There, I've said it. There's no more going back. Don't take my word for it. Live the 10 years and you'll find out for yourself. But what's important here is keep this in mind. People will come and go, and each significant one is there to teach you a lesson, and be grateful for that lesson. You remember the thick skin that I was talking about earlier on? That's actually how you get it. It's not because my face was buried in sand or whatever. You grow that thick skin from exposing yourself to people of different kinds in this world. I guess it's not funny when I explain the joke, but anyways. It's in your best interest to surround yourself with people who are encouraging, nurturing, and good for your soul. Likewise, it's your moral obligation and responsibility to not spew that hate around. Don't punish yourself and especially those around you for your resentments. It's not their fault. It's not going to help you in the long run. And you got to keep this in mind. Keep the good ones close, the bad ones closer. About that, you'll understand why in 10 years. Number 7, bringing us to high income skills. Let's pump the brakes on being serious for just a minute. I'm tired. I think I've been monologuing for too long now, and I'm just going to spare you for just about a minute. What do we do then? Let's talk about me. Let's talk about who I am, what I do. So just to give you some background, I'm a trained engineer with a master's degree. I don't have fancy titles to my name, at least not the kind I can use as credibility for YouTube to pay me or whatever. But it pays me well enough to run a YouTube channel with no support actually. Guys, I think show me some love and support. I would greatly appreciate that. Bringing us to high income skills. You see how I slid that in? Sneaky. Some things I wish I knew early on in life is that making money and creating business and success for yourself is you don't need a fancy degree. You just need the right skill set and the mindset to pursue with unwavered commitment. In today's gen and era, it's easier than ever to make $1 to your name without having to step out of the house. That's the fact. I'm not suggesting take shortcuts to life or quit college, or I'm not suggesting any of that. Actually, quite the contrary. I'm saying start acquainting yourself with hard skills. You will 100% thank me even 1 year from now. What to learn, so you ask? Let's see. What do I want to suggest? Here's my suggestion on top skills to learn starting today. Learn to speak and sell, learn to read and write, learn to communicate and articulate, learn some hard skills. Editing, videography, AI, a coding language perhaps. And this is besides whatever foundational course you're already doing. Be it going to school or college for life sciences, it doesn't matter. But hold on, let's pump the brakes again. Am I stating some obvious things here? But I want you to think again. More on this later. It's not as obvious as you think, but more on this later. So I know I said 15 lessons, but I'm going to stop here for this video. I fully intend on finishing the list in another video, but what would show me some real love and motivation is your comments below. Let me know if somehow I've gotten to you and you'd like to see and hear more of the remaining of this list. I saved the more personal and important ones to the end, and as they say, save the best for last, right? Until next time, folks. Until next time.